From new cases to hospitalizations, coronavirus data is growing tonight and showing very troubling trends all across the bi-state. Good evening to you. I'm Corey Stark.
And I'm Samantha Jones. Both states are either setting records or approaching records in key categories. Missouri is averaging nearly 2,000 new cases every day over the past week. That is a record for any 7-day average since the pandemic began. There are also more than 1,500 people hospitalized in Missouri. That is the second most ever. In Illinois, the state is averaging more than 4,800 new cases every day over the past week. That, too, is a record. Illinois is also reporting more than 2,800 hospitalizations tonight. That is the most since the beginning of June. News 4's Alexis Zotos joins us tonight from South City. And Alexis, with Halloween falling this weekend, there's now an increased push to stick to those guidelines.
Absolutely. And we're seeing a lot of creativity around Halloween. You might have heard of like a candy slide or a candy chute. We've got one right here to help you stay 6 feet away from those trick-or-treaters. This is the fun part of the story. The not so fun part is why this is so important. And that is because in the city of St. Louis, we are seeing cases rise. At the beginning of October, our positivity rate was 4.2% at its lowest. Now it has doubled to 8.4%.
Trick or treat.
Julie Strassman demonstrates how she plans to safely hand out candy this Halloween.
Of course, I'll be wearing my mask. I'll also be wearing my gloves. And I've created these little gift treat bags to hand out.
Strassman works in healthcare and knows how important it is to maintain social distancing while also still celebrating a favorite holiday.
Well, this neighborhood usually has lots of trick-or-treaters, and this year I wanted to make sure that folks really felt comfortable going out and trick-or-treating.
She lives in Tower Grove South, which is a hot zone for COVID-19 cases in St. Louis City. The 63116 zip code, which includes Tower Grove South, Bevo, Holly Hills, and Boulevard Heights.
Most of these cases are happening between family members and between neighbors and close friends. Small groups, having a party at somebody's house, somebody's positive.
Which is why the city is urging caution on Halloween.
We're definitely keeping it low key. We're keeping it outside by the fire and not a lot of people. So we want to stay safe.
At Johnny Brock's, last-minute shoppers were picking out their costumes.
Wanted the girls from Descendants.
But Rachel Bright says she and her daughter are skipping trick-or-treating, yet still trying to keep some tradition.
For one, we wearing masks, that's one. For two, we don't want to go forth and get sick, you know. And I have a sick mom at home, so I can't bring nothing back, no.
Traditional parties like the Central West End Party have been canceled this year, but there are still a number of events going on around St. Louis City. However, that curfew for restaurants and bars does remain in place, so everything will be shutting down at 11 o'clock. Corey?
Alexis, thank you very much. She just mentioned the zip code in the city that has some of the most coronavirus cases and highest increases recently. Well, we mapped out other hot spots in the metro, so take a look. We'll start in the northwest region of the metro. 63376 is in St. Charles County. Two hot spots that are being watched are 63010 and 63129. Those zip codes are on the Jefferson and St. Louis County lines. As for the Metro East, 62040 is being monitored in Madison County. 62226 is in St. Clair County. It's also having a high virus transmission.